Yeah. Oh. Cold water on a hot day. Very nice. Just don't drink too much at once. It'll hurt. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well. Anywho, it is a hot day. It is a gorgeous day. And yeah, I'm just out for a walk, enjoying this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. So what's everybody out there doing? Yeah. So apparently the Mexican restaurant is not back, and it's a pizza place now. I'm a little disappointed. That happens. Oh well. We're good. And there's a big mess of geese. I mean, a lot of geese. Oh yeah, lots of geese. Oh yeah. Wow. They're right up on the road there too. Yeah. Be afraid, folks. The geese are taking over. I, for one, welcome our goose overlords. Yeah, absolutely. The geese have taken over. Canada geese, also sometimes called cobra chickens. Yeah, juveniles and mature adults all over the place, and you can tell who's who. And I'm about to run the gauntlet here. Yeah. Oh. My previously ice-cold water is now piss-warm thanks to the positive power of stainless steel on an insanely, blisteringly hot day. Yeah, you may have noticed yesterday I was out without sleeves. Yeah, that was a mistake. I am now a lobster boy, and I am bright red underneath all this. Yeah. So anywho, we came out to the boat, and we tried very hard to find a way to rewire the mast without drilling holes. Finally, I decided that we're just gonna pay the extra money to the experts and let them handle it. So yeah, we're gonna pay the extra to the experts and let them handle it, and they're gonna do this, and we're gonna pay the extra money out. Pardon me, yeah. And Andy is very, very good about it, and he's very understanding, very sympathetic. I have nothing but praise for the man. He is, dare I say it, a genius when it comes to doing boat rigging. Yeah, and you may have noticed chin strap hat, because nothing says, I don't care how you see me, like a chin strap of any sort. Yeah. Oh God. So yeah, now I'm just waiting for my ride and I'm going home. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Anywho. It is just too fucking hot. But yeah. Oh. Very soon we will be out on the water sailing, and it is much cooler out there on the water, so that's a good thing. And as I said before, every one of you has a standing invite to come sailing with us. So yeah, come sailing. Yeah, so anywho, I'm going to talk about toxic masculinity. And before we go anywhere with this, I want to point out that there's a difference between masculinity and toxic masculinity. The two are not the same thing. Masculinity is healthy. Toxic masculinity is different than just masculinity, in that toxic masculinity is in fact toxic. And yes, there is a difference, and let's stop pretending that toxic masculinity is just another word for masculinity. It's not. It's absolutely not. Yeah. Yes, and we hear you. Yeah. And to make this clear, I want to point out too that healthy masculinity is self-contained and self-confident. We don't have to prove anything. We've already made our point just by existing. We don't have to prove that we are, quote, real men, unquote, because, well, yeah, we just don't give a fat flying fuck what you think. And so, yes, I will wear the colorful shirts because fuck your toxic perception of how men should dress. Absolutely. We have healthy masculinity here. We don't need to engage in toxic behavior such as performative masculinity and overcompensational masculinity, because we have healthy masculinity, which is to say, not toxic. Something to think about. What makes toxic masculinity toxic is not masculinity, but toxicity. I'm going to give you a couple examples of things that are toxic. The practice of not wiping after taking a dump because you're afraid that if you wipe, it'll turn you gay is toxic masculinity writ large. Yeah. The fact that you won't wipe after taking a dump. I mean, dude, you got bad hygiene and you smell bad. And it's disgusting. And if you were not already gay, you're not going to turn gay. And if you had confidence in your masculinity, you would already understand and accept this fact. Dude, what you need to do now is you need to come out of the fucking closet and just accept the fact that you're not exclusively heterosexual. And wipe your ass after you've taken a dump. Thank you. So, yeah, toxic masculinity does seem to be very closely tied to overcompensating in order to prove that you're not gay. Well, yeah. I don't feel the need to prove anything because I'm healthy. I do have toxic characteristics, toxic traits, but I try to be aware of them and I try to fix them and address them. It's called going to therapy. It's called doing your own work, and it's called healing from your own toxic, abusive upbringing. And yeah, it's good. It's good to actually not be a complete fucking emotional basket case from having grown up in a toxic environment that creates unhealthy men. Do the work. Heal. Recover. Become non-toxic. Become healthy. Become functional. Okay? Do that. Yeah, so, anywho. Whoa. If your sense of your own masculinity requires you to constantly be overcompensating with extreme gestures that may be unhygienic or stupid or violent, or hateful, you're probably cursed with toxic masculinity, and you probably need to look inward and do some serious self-examination, maybe with the help of a good therapist. And get yourself sorted out, because honestly, that kind of bullshit just does not fly. So if you have the great need to blame your personal failings on gays, Jews, women, Muslims, brown people in general, black people, any group like that, if you need to blame your personal shortcomings on an outgroup, again, this is also part of toxic masculinity. Especially if you're blaming women for the fact that they're kind of walking away from you going, no thank you. Yeah. Just had to adjust the camera. It slid a little. Yeah, that's what happens when you're working freehand. Yeah. Anywho. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So, anyways. Yeah. So, if you have a lot of toxic traits, you should probably start working on improving them, healing them, becoming a healthier person. Do what I do. Go to therapy. Engage in self-examination. Contemplate who you are and what your true place is in the real world. And ask, who am I when I'm not pretending? Who am I when I'm not putting on a show? When I'm not faking? Oh, I have an ant. There goes. Bye-bye, ant. Yeah. The downside of sitting on the ground is ants decide to climb up you. Yeah, that happens. It's a chance I'm quite prepared to take. But in any case, if you have toxic traits, and I have toxic traits, I have a lot of toxic traits. I have PTSD here, okay? Yeah, I've been through a lot of shit. I've got my own trauma. And a lot of toxic masculinity comes from trauma. And then a lot of it just comes from having some very unhealthy views about what constitutes a, quote, real man, unquote. Yeah. Unhealthy views. And I think I've mentioned this before. If your idea of a real man is a character played by John Wayne, you need to understand this. John Wayne was a size queen. Him and Rock Hudson were the terror of the bathhouse scene. And if John Wayne had not died of cancer in the 70s, he'd have definitely died of AIDS in the 80s. Because, John Wayne and Rock Hudson. Yeah. They both went to the same bathhouses for the same reason. Yeah. To have anonymous gay sex with lots and lots of other men who were also deep in the closet. Yeah. So, John Wayne is not a good role model if you want to be a real man. Yeah. Now, on the other hand, Fred Rogers is a perfect role model. Fred Rogers, very good role model. Yeah. So you should definitely think about that Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Fred Rogers. Perfect example of a healthy, non-toxic male. Yeah. Now there's somebody that I could emulate. Fred Rogers. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah. Anywho, yeah. Yeah, so anyways, this is the view from where I'm sitting, and it's not bad on this side. But, of course, on this side, it's a busy street. Not too bad, but yeah, busy enough. There's a bit of noise. And there is the Rail Museum. Yeah, well. Anywho, yeah. I am done talking about toxic masculinity, but I wanted to talk briefly about a particular toxic male that I've met on Twitter who, he's quite convinced that I'm Jewish because I sound educated, like I actually read books, and that's something that he said makes me a faggot, reading books. Yeah, really. Yeah, wow. Yeah, anyways, so, yeah. If you think that reading books makes you a faggot, you are a very toxic person, and you need to seriously reconsider your life.